Hello everyone, and in today's video I'm going to do a tutorial on how to make your own sigil. I apologize in advance if you can hear my chair creaking. I haven't had a lot of time to fix it. So I like to put my sigils on stones. If you saw my altar tool, you'll see the three main ones that I have, which are a lot thinner and like flatter than this. But I'm making a sigil right now to go into a travel altar. That'll be the next video, a tour of my travel altar. So I want to remind myself while I'm away from home that I'm safe and secure. So then I also have rock paint. You can use acrylic paint on rocks. I just really like this gold. You know, and the color gold has all its meanings and things in Wicca, which I want to keep with me. A paintbrush. I know that my paintbrush is kind of clogged up with black paint right now, but I like how it makes the brush stiff. It will actually make it easier for me to paint with this really thick paint. But you can do it on anything. You can just write it on pieces of paper. You can do whatever you want. Literally anything. You can burn it into wood. You can write it on your wand, on the top of a jar, on a spell that you've done. Anything. And of course some paper and a pencil. So the first thing is we're going to draw out our chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now that is, you have to make it add up to as many points are on a star, so you can pick 4 or 8, because I see if I draw, that's a pretty simple shape, but I like to do it like this. As you can see, this is where point 1 is, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's how you map out, and this is where I'm going to be drawing out the final sigil. But it has to be 4 or 8. I'm pretty sure you can add another 4 onto 8. I'm pretty sure you can, but I've never tried that because I just like using 8. That's my preference. You can totally do whatever you want though. Why did I just write down 8? I need to make my one look a bit better. I always put mine in circles. You don't have to. It just helps me with spacing. So this graph, this is what we're using to actually make the sigil. So I have to write out the whole alphabet along, like so, A, B, C, all the way along, and I'll come back once I've done that. So as you see, I've done the whole alphabet along my numbers. Now, just to help me plan out, I'm going to write down the thing that's going to be in my sigil. I am safe and secure. So, now I need to write out the vowels A, E, I, O, U, because we don't, you don't use vowels in your sigil making. So, I'm already starting off with a vowel, I, so I don't map that out. But it still has to take up its space in the alphabet here. That's why we don't leave them out when we write the vowels. A is one, M is not. So now I'm going to go along and find where M is and see what number it corresponds with. And I just like to circle it, you don't have to. So it's 5, so I'm going to just, for now I'm going to write 5. You can put it straight here and do a dot, but I like to go from here to here. So S is not a vowel. S is at 3, so 3. A is a vowel, F is not, F is at 6. E is a vowel, A is a vowel, N is not a vowel. N is at 6. D is at 4. Another S, so it's at 3. E is a vowel, C is at 3. U is a vowel, R is at 2, and E is a vowel. So, as you can see, we have a lot of 3s and 6s. Now, you can leave that there, but it makes sense, doesn't it? If you have 2 that are in the same place, in the same, you know, if I had 2 S's in a row, I would only use one of the S's. So it's the same with this. I have 2 3s in a row, so I only use one of the 3s. Because if you think about it, while you're drawing out your sigil and all the points, if there's 2 3s, it doesn't move from this point. So as you can see, I've got all my numbers rounded around. And I'll start with 5 to 3. Now, this is where it becomes individual to each person. Some people like to go with the circle or with the way that it's set out. I like all of my sigil lines to be fairly straight, so I don't do curves, but that's what makes it unique. So you could use the exact same phrase as me, but your sigil is going to come out looking completely different to mine. So anyway, now I'm going to go across to 6. And then it's another 6, so that doesn't do anything. Then I'll go to 4, which is a crossover. Then 3, which goes back up to there. Another 3, that does nothing. And then 2. So that looks a little strange. I normally like to write it out like somewhere else just to finalize what I want it to look like. So it goes up like that, down to here, across, up, and up again. So that's what my sigil's going to end up looking like. Again, everyone's looks different. So you can embellish it. You can do whatever you want to it. It's completely up to you. You can add runes around it. You can add witches' runes. You can do whatever you want, honestly. Now, color magic is very powerful. So I've chosen gold. You can see how thick this paint is. Why I like this brush being stiff. So what I'm going to do, this is also very thin paint. Which helps me with like mapping it out, because again, it oftentimes from this to the rock, it ends up looking quite different at the end, but I trust that my hand and everything is doing what it's supposed to do. So now I'm just gonna, I don't know how to film this without my hand being in the way. So now I'm just gonna paint on the rock. Okay. I'm gonna cut most of this out, to be fair. But this is just like finalizing everything. Of course, as I'm painting, I'm doing all of the Wiccan things and putting down my intent. I don't like how thick that line is. That's another good thing about this paint, is that I can just wipe it off and it looks wet, but it is off. It's on my hand now. I'm made of gold. Straight line. Then it goes back around and down. It goes around and up. Okay, so I'm going to finish this and I'll come back and show you the final rock. So this is my first coat of paint. I'm not going to show every coat, but because I will probably have to put on a lot. But I just wanted to point out, because I was thinking while I was painting, and it's that I said that I like to draw mine out quite straight. But once I put it on something curved like a rock, it does change its curve quite a bit. And that is completely natural. That happens when you put it on whatever you put it on. If I was putting it on a wood round, then that would show up like completely different because it's a flat surface. It completely is depending on how I'm painting it and stuff, which is another reason why it comes out different for everybody. But yeah, this is quite calming doing this, actually. I'm enjoying this. And a good thing I like about this rock painting kit that I got given at Christmas is that this paint lays on quite thick because you have to put a lot of gloopy coats on. And when I've not liked a sigil, or I've become disconnected from a sigil after using it after a while, I found that I could literally just peel it off, wash the rock, and then it was like it was never painted on it. I know that people might not be able to get this. I'm pretty sure if you search on Amazon for metallic rock painting kit, you might find the one that I have. It's got teal, purple, silver, and gold, and black metallic paint that comes with it. If you can find the one that I have because you like the idea of metallic painting and being able to peel it off, then by all means go find it. But it was given to me, so I'm not sure what shop I can tell you it's from. Yeah, again, do it with whatever material speaks to you. I like doing it on something natural like a rock, and doing it with something that takes a lot of time like painting, but honestly, if you don't like spending a lot of time on things like this, you want it to just be done, you could even like just draw it on a piece of card, and that will just be the end of it, and you just keep that card on your altar or with you, whatever you want to do with it. So yeah, that's how you do a sigil. I'm going to still be painting this for some time. And you'll be able to see the finished product in the next video, which will be posted on next Monday. And that is a tour of my travel altar. I know I did a tour last video of my altar, but I thought it would be interesting to see how I condense that into a smaller altar. I've never done a travel altar before because since I've been a Wiccan, I haven't travelled anywhere. I haven't needed to do this. So I was also interested to see on how I was going to condense my stuff down. I honestly didn't know how I was going to do it. But yeah, follow me on Instagram at ASDandMe. I have a jewelry business at Bright Chains that also has an Instagram and a Facebook page and a Pinterest now. Yes, that was something I was supposed to tell you guys. My freaking business has a Pinterest now, Bright Chains. I've only got one thing on there, which is about a Mother's Day thing that I've got going on that is sold on there. But yeah, go like the Facebook page, all that stuff. My kittens even have an Instagram, Flower and Sebastian. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. I hope this was helpful to you if you were wondering how to make sigils. Recap, graph, write out your thing, correlate the letters from the graph to the numbers, and then draw out this pointed star with however many you want. Draw it, and you're done. It's actually kind of simple when I just said it like that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you on Monday. Bye!